My name's Jennifer Jackson. I went to high school at the High School of Commerce in Springfield, Massachusetts. I work for Stewart New England Sinai Hospital, and I'm the HR director. So after I graduated from high school, on time, by the way, as a single teenage mom, I knew I wanted to go to college, but I didn't have the same opportunities as others to pack up and go away for school. So I didn't go to school right away. I did end up working at an insurance company as a secretary for a couple of years. And then finally, I think around 22 or 23, that's when I found a weekend program that allowed me to go to school on the weekends full time. So 3 weekends out of a month. I went to school for 8 hours a day, and I worked full time during the week to work on a bachelor's of social services. I went to school for a bachelor's of social services with a minor in childhood education. HR came into play right after I was a teacher. I actually was an elementary teacher. I was a 3rd and 5th grade math and science teacher. It was a charter school, so you're like, hey, you didn't have a degree. How did you do that? It was a charter school, so they had some leniency on their requirements as long as I was in school pursuing it. That was one of the jobs that I did while I was taking 1 or 2 classes during that time. But I was a teacher for 5 years, and then I actually relocated to this area, to the Boston area. I was working in hotels, so I was working as a sales coordinator, which was very interesting. It was very exciting. You got to see weddings and job expos. It wasn't for me. At that point, I had to realize what I needed to do to be. At that point, I needed to realize what I wanted to be when I grew up. So I thought about it. Where could I be where I could essentially teach or mentor people, because I still love the teaching aspect, and where could I help people? And human resources came to my mind. There are so many aspects of human resources in that department. There is payroll. You can be someone who likes numbers, likes to sit at a desk and not really talk to other people and just, push out reports and push out data. That could be for you. There is HRIS, which is Human Resources Information System. That's kind of where all the information for all the employees live. Someone has to maintain that system. That's another job inside of human resources. Another aspect of human resources are the obvious ones. There are recruiters. If you like reaching out to people, you have, you're great with trying to figure out problems. How do I reach these certain people to get them here into our organization? So recruiting is another job aspect of the HR. There's also an HR generalist. Those are called different roles at different organizations. It could be an HR generalist, an HR advisor. And what those titles do, or what that position does, is basically you're managing the managers and you're managing employees. So you're trying to be basically like a conflict resolution person. You're listening to their problems, whether it's staffing, whether it's this person keeps taking my lunch and eating it out the refrigerator. You're solving all those problems, and you're empowering managers and giving managers the tools so that they can be better managers. And they handle basically everything from soup to nuts. So a HR generalist can do recruiting. They can also do employee relations, and they can do just a simple, I need to change my direct deposit. Those are the most obvious jobs in HR. But just to name a couple of other jobs, marketing. Someone has to market the organization. Someone has to say, hey, we're looking for people, come work for our organization. We need someone in marketing. There is marketing inside of HR. There's also just a regular administrative assistant, someone who's very good at organizing things, organizing new hire orientation, organizing meetings, organizing the office. So there are many jobs within human resources. Most people think of human resources, the hiring and the firing. Those are the very general positions and the general deals of human resources. But to get into human resources, I would say if you're interested, if you're in school as a high schooler, see if you can get an internship. Believe me, we can always use someone to help us file.